Hi guys, it's Patty. Welcome back. And today I'm here with you with a tutorial slash flip through of the Traveler Notebook that I will be using for the month of March. And you may recognize this. This is from the Planner Society, and this was an add-on purchase for subscribers with the January kit. And it matches the January kit beautifully, and that is what I used to set it up. I've just added a couple of things from an old Planner Society kit, as well as a couple of things from Maggie Holmes. But if you do have the January one, you can totally replicate this look. Now, before I start, a lot of you guys have asked me to please do a process video on how I set up a Traveler notebook from beginning to end. And honestly, it does take me days to set one up, because what I like to do is I like to start a project, then walk away from it, come back and take a fresh look at it. And so it would be probably impossible for me to, fast forward through hours and hours and hours of footage. So what I thought I would do is instead I would show you the Traveler notebook set up, take it all apart, and we're gonna put it back together on camera, and I will show you exactly why I picked what I picked, and I'll give you tips and advices on how you want to set up your own Traveler notebook if you're a beginner. Now, before we start, let's take a look at the outside. Again, this is a B6 size. It's made of faux leather. It has this absolutely stunning floral pattern. And on the outside, I just have this charm from Fur and You on Etsy. And I just picked it because it just matches, I think, the pattern. And it has this gorgeous like resin flower in the middle. And I have a matching clip from K&Co XOXO up there. So let me take it all apart and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've taken everything out, and what I'm left with is my Traveler notebook, which is a B6 size, and it comes with 4 elastics, and that does not mean that you need to use 4 inserts. You can use 2 inserts, you can use 6 inserts. I personally use 3, but I think it's a great number of elastics to have. It gives you flexibility to add on things if you want to. Now, it also has 2 pockets, and as you can tell here, I've added some trim and some lace to the pockets. They're both from Michaels, and I've used a hot glue gun to attach the white trim to the pink lace, and then to attach both of them to the pocket, I have used this tape that I've showed you guys in an earlier video. This is score tape. It's available from Amazon, and I'll link it below, and it comes in different sizes. But basically what you want to do is take your tape and attach it here to the back of the pocket right at the edge, then remove the backing from the tape, and now you can attach your trim to your pocket, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's very strong adhesive, so it will secure it to your Traveler notebook. Now, to embellish the pockets, I actually didn't do much. I just stuck some stickers here from the kit. This clip is from K&Co XOXO. And this is a washi sampler that I made, and I'm gonna probably have a tutorial on it. And what I used is some tape from the kit. These 2 tapes are from Simply Gilded. I just added a bow, and I'm using a paper clip to attach it to my pocket. Now, I wanted to give you, before we start, a couple of tips and a little bit of advice. So when you're assembling a Traveler notebook, it can be overwhelming when you have a lot of supplies to work with. Now, what I suggest is, instead of thinking of the Traveler notebook as a whole, as a one big project, think of it as individual sections. So for example, I'm using 3 inserts, so I'm gonna work on 3 individual sections. So I'm gonna take all my supplies, all my papers, vellums, stickers, die cuts, whatever you have, and I'm gonna split it up into 3 piles. And each pile is gonna have coordinating pieces. Clearly, I'm gonna put a vellum that looks good with a paper, and a die cut that looks good with both of them. But what I'm saying is that instead of thinking it as a big project, think of it as smaller projects, like one project at the time. And each individual pile, I'm gonna turn it into a sort of sandwich, if you will. It's gonna have the main element, which is gonna be your insert, and then you're gonna layer it up with the other pieces that you have in your pile. And then we're gonna put it back together in the Traveler notebook. But what I'm saying is, don't be overwhelmed. Don't think of it as a whole. Think of it as individual sections. Work on them individually, and then I think it will be much easier. But let's start by working actually on the section number 1, or sandwich number 1, and I'll show you why I picked what I picked. My first insert is my daily insert, and these are from Any Plans. These are digital files that you can download and print at home. I use 32 pounds paper, but you can also use 28. And what I like about it is that there are 3 columns, they're dated, they're timed, and you can use stickers for the Erin Condren here. They fit the boxes, so you know, it's very convenient for me. Now, once I have my insert, I want to create a cover. Now, it does come with a cover, but I kind of like to customize it. And in this case, I really wanted to use this paper. This is a gorgeous paper, matches, as you can tell here, the Traveler Notebook. And since this was going to be my first insert, I kind of wanted it to match. But the problem was that I have used up all the paper that I had for another project and to make another dashboard. And so what I did, I actually used the paper bag that the kit came in. So this is actually a paper bag. And you can kind of tell here there's a seam right here in the middle, but you can barely notice it. So all you do is just cut it to size and use a pretty strong adhesive. Now, as you can tell here, I made a boo-boo because I have cut this insert too short, and so I use some washi tape to cover up the edge. No big deal. I actually kind of like the little polka dot or dots peeking through. And then here in the front, I have used some scraps of paper from the kit. I layered them up, and this is a little bit of a trim from Target, and the die cut is also from the kit. The bow is from Hobby Lobby. These are my favorite bows. And this handwriting here is actually from Any Plans. And because each insert comes with kind of like a circle with a title of what the insert is. And I really love her handwriting. And so what I did is just cut around the march and I've glued it on. And here on the edges, I've used these 3D pearls from Michaels. Now you'll see a lot of 3D elements here on this Traveler Notebook, but these are actually good. These are round. They won't hurt your vellum, etc. But there are other ones that I use that are probably gonna do a little bit of damage. So I'll tell you about that once we get to that. Now in the back here, I went a little bit, shall we say, decoration heavy. I started out with this gorgeous card from the kit. It's got this rose. It's not rose gold actually, this is kind of pink foiling, and then I layered it with an iridescent glitter paper, and I wanted to use this pink paper as a background. The reason that I wanted to do that, let me show you, is because I wanted to wrap this insert inside this other dashboard. And as you can tell, I was using this paper as a for the dashboard, and I wanted to pick up the pink here. So what I do is when I put patterns together, you kind of want to bring the pattern of the next page in the previous one. It helps them blend together, and it kind of it helps things flow. So here on the top, I put some ribbon. I put some flowers from Prima. These are just little eyelets. Actually, they're not eyelets, but I can't remember what they're called. So let's call them eyelets. And then here on the bottom, I have more ribbon. Now, this is covering actually a mistake. So as I was telling you, I wanted to use this pink paper, but I ran out of it. So there is actually a hole back there, and as you can tell, it's right in there. But using the ribbon in the bottom, it kind of covers it up, and nobody will ever know. I know, but nobody's ever gonna know. So I actually like the way that it turned out. So now that we have our insert again, I'm gonna wrap it up in another dashboard. You don't really have to do it. You can be good right there. You can just insert it straight into your Traveler Notebook and be good. But because I really love this paper, I just wanted to add as much as I could. So what I did is cut the paper. This is not even laminated. And I'm gonna be using this Traveler Notebook only for a month, so it's not gonna be an issue. So I just cut it to size, which is about 10 1/8 by 7 1/8. And then I have here in the front, I put another journaling card from the kit. I've used one of the die cuts from the kit that I popped up on 3D dots. And then I layered it on one of the doilies from the kit that is actually supposed to be a pattern, but I flipped it over, used the white, the white side of it. And then again, I have some of these little brads. There's the word, now I remember it. And these are the 3D elements that I was telling you about that are going to be a little bit of a problem if you're concerned about ruining your vellums. Now these are from Michaels. They're really pretty, but they're pointy, so I'm not worried about it. But if you're worried about them, you know, kind of like damaging your papers like vellums, you know, I will stick with the this kind of pearls that are of a rounded top. So this is the cover. The inside here I actually did not decorate it because I thought that, I don't know, I like to see, I love this pattern. I just wanted to really showcase it. And for the back here, what I did is I used one of these plastic adhesive pockets from one, I think it was in November of the October kit from the Planning Society, which has this floral kind of like animal print. And then I've added a little bit of trim, a little bit of lace, and then another bow from Hobby Lobby. And I stuck these cute little stickers that you get with your kit. And this is actually from Maggie Holmes. It's sort of a, you know, chipboard kind of sticker. And behind here, the same, you know, 3D kind of jewels from Michaels. And here I just wanted to break up the pattern. I used a piece of the black and white polka dot paper from the kit, the same trim from Target Dollar Spot. And this girl is from the Traveler, from the Planet Society digital kit for Valentine's Day. And she's so pretty, and I want to use her everywhere I can because she's adorable. And also she matches the pattern beautifully. Now, to finish this sandwich up, I'm gonna use this gorgeous acetate from the kit. And acetate, you know, it adds a little touch. It, you know, it lets you, you know, see what's behind it, but at the same time, it adds another level of texture. And actually, I also have this little clip here from Simply Gilded that's gonna go right here in the front, right there. And now I'm ready to insert my first sandwich, and I'm gonna grab the middle of my main insert, which is the daily insert, grab an elastic, and then I'm gonna slide through it, and hopefully nothing will fall apart. And there we go. So now we have our first insert in. And as you can tell, it kind of, I wanted this acetate here because the rose gold kind of picks up the rose gold here, and you can kind of peek, you know, you can see the pattern behind it, and you can see how the floral matches the floral here. So now we're ready to start on our number 2 sandwich. I'll be right back. The second insert is actually a blank insert, and as you can tell, it has no cover because this was actually left over from a previous project, but I didn't want to throw it away. It's a nice paper, and you know, I thought I could reuse it, and all it needed was a new cover. Now, to give it a new cover, I've used one of the papers from the kit, and this is how it comes. This is black and white polka dots, and inside it has this gorgeous floral. And all I did is I wrapped around it like this, and then I'm using a little paper clip to make sure that it's secure in place and it's not gonna go anywhere. And the paper clip is from Simply Gilded. Now, this is very, you know, very easy, very quick. I just use, again, the polka dot paper. I have taken the journaling card. I use brads to attach it to a glitter paper in rose gold. Even though this is more like a pink foiling, I thought the rose gold looked cute with it. And then I've used 2 of the die cuts on the corners, and I popped the whole thing on 3D dots. And here on the edges, I've used those same Michaels kind of embellishment that are pointy. And in the back here, super simple. I didn't really do much. I kind of tried to keep some pages a little simple, and you know, not to have too many embellishments everywhere because it can be a little too much. So what I did is I taken the sticky notes from the kit. I used some tape glued on the back, and now it's attached and you can use it. And now for next layer, our sandwich is going to be this gorgeous vellum, which is rose gold. And I'm just going to wrap my insert in it. And this is a word from, like again, another chipboard word from Maggie Holmes. And here is another one. And now I wanted, this is my sandwich number 2, right? So basically I could insert it over here. But if you look at it, what happens is that this is a lot of rose gold. And actually this is why I also picked this kind of like black chipboard, because I wanted to kind of bring in the black from this page onto here, but it still is a lot. So what I grabbed, I used one of these, this is an old doily that I've laminated it. I didn't even do a good job with it, but it's okay. And you laminate it, and then you trim around it, and you fold it in half. And then if I put it around my insert like this, and actually this side is probably better than that one. There you go. And now you can see I brought in the white on this side too. And so it just flows better. So now we're gonna insert it. We're gonna grab one of the elastics here. And we're gonna slide our second insert in. And we're done with sandwich number 2, and now we're gonna start with sandwich number 3. So this is my last section, and it's a section where I keep my shop coupon codes, and I like to have them handy just because whenever I place an order online, I really don't wanna have to go through Instagram and trying to find who has a code for it. So this is an insert from Any Plans, and what I do is I switch it from a planner to planner, but I just use, basically I bring the middle, I switch the middle from one traveler notebook to the next, and I just reprint the first page and I rewrite this first page, and then I glue you know, a pretty cover to it. So again, this was from Any Plans again. So to create a cover, I've used this soft pink kind of watercolor with a little very soft grid paper that I had in my stash. And in the front here, I wanted to bring back this polka dot paper. I thought it looked very pretty, the black and white with the pink. Then I put the pearls again in the corners here. And here in the middle, this is actually the title or the cover for the insert itself. This is Any Plans, you know, handwriting. I love her writing. So what I did is I just cut around her title or cover, and then I glued it onto my cover. Here I've added this die cut from the kit, popped it on 3D dots. I've added a little, again, the same bow from Hobby Lobby. You'll see it in basically all my setups because I just love them. And it still missed something. I wanted to add something extra. So I thought I was gonna try to use these, and this actually, I love the way they worked out. These are liquid pearls. They're from Ranger, and this is the rose gold color. And all I did is make little dots all around it. They take just a little bit of time to dry out. Probably you have to leave it overnight, but I just love, you know, they add just a little bit more texture to it. And for the back, super simple. Pearls here on the corner, another strip of the same polka dot paper, and then a trim from Michael. And this is a word also from Maggie Holmes, and I popped it up on 3D dots again. So now we have our shop coupon codes. Now we're gonna insert it in another dashboard again, because I wanted to use all the paper from the kit. And this is as I did before. I just cut a piece of paper 10 1/8 by 7 1/8, did not laminate it. And I just actually love how these flowers, the roses, transition to the pink. For the cover, super simple, the same Michael's embellishments, and this is another journaling card with some brads. And I added this die cut here that is actually the same image under here, but I just thought that the larger, you know, will make more of a statement. And then I popped it on another one of the doilies that I have turned around. And in the back here, because I love this black and white, but I thought it was a little dark, so I brought in some of the polka white, you know, black and white polka dot, just a strip of it. And this flower is actually was a leftover from the bag that the kit came in. I just cut around it, put it on a doily, and used this word. This is from an older kit from the Planner Society. This is how it came, and I think it was last year, March or April. They're puffy, they're rose gold. I thought it would look so pretty with this. And then next layer is the vellum. And I think this vellum, again, first of all, the vellum, see, it kind of replicates this pattern, but it's softer. It has these rose gold elements right here. And all I did is add this word that I bought at Michael's. It's a little sheet that comes with several of these pearl words. They're a little hard to handle, so make sure take your time, because mine fell apart and kind of broke a couple times before I could stick it successfully to the vellum. And then I think I used another word here on the side. I just put smile, and that was it. And now we're gonna have our last layer of this sandwich, which is a felt insert that I have a tutorial for. I'm gonna try and link it. And this is not the same actually felt that I've used for my tutorial. This is softer. I found this on Amazon. Sadly, Hobby Lobby did not have many colors in that nice thick felt, but this works out anyway, and it's a nice color. I thought it looked really good. It's a nice shade of pink. And I have attached this vellum from the same March or April kit from last year from the Planet Society. I used a hot glue gun, and I actually hid the glue right behind these diamonds. So it's attached, it's very nicely to the felt. And then I just use a journaling card from the kit, the same iridescent glitter paper, brads, and this is actually a tag that I got last year for Valentine's Day from the Dollar Spot, and I popped this flower from Prima on it. And here, same thing, very simple. It's just the vellum, die cut from the kit, the word beautiful from the same, this same set of stickers that I showed you earlier. And on the inside, there's the pockets, there's the stickers from the kit. I have put some ribbons, some trim using a hot glue gun, and these hearts actually are from the same tags. You may have them at home. I bought extra because they were so pretty. Then I added a couple of flowers from Prima here and here, and this is another one of those chipboard stickers from Maggie Holmes. So now that we have our last layer, we just want to wrap it around our other inserts, and now we're gonna put it in here. So we're gonna find our last elastic. We're gonna grab the middle of our insert, if I can find it, and then we're gonna slide it under here, and we are ready to go. So why don't we take a look at how the whole thing comes together. And also I forgot to add, I also have this page marker that I made specifically for this kit, with this kit, and I have a tutorial for it, so this will go right in there. So this is how your finished product will look if you follow the instructions, or if you want to replicate this, please feel free to do so, and I would love to see your projects. Please do tag me if if I inspire you to do something. That means everything to me. So here it is, and again, there's a lot of embellishments, but I only use 3 inserts, and this is a basic size, so it really does allow you to express your creativity, and that's what makes me really happy to find an excuse to be creative. And you really do not need to use all these embellishments, but if you want to, please feel free to do it. Have fun with it. There are no rules. You can use as many or as little as you want. So I really hope you liked this, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you will subscribe, and I will be back on Friday with unboxing of the Planner Society kit from February. And until then, sending you lots of hugs, and I'll see you Friday, guys. Bye-bye.